All right, so here's a quick update from the front yard. You remember last week whenever I was smoking all these weeds out here in the front, giving them the 1300 degree treatment. With my torch. Here's what it looks like this week. What the crap. Yeah, they're not dead. Like everywhere. Every one of the places that I burned. I spent a lot of time here. Look at that thing. Look at that. So, as satisfying as it was to burn all those weeds, apparently it doesn't do any good at all, because they'll just come right back from 1300 degrees. All right, I'm gonna get me some weed killer. See y'all. Hey y'all, we are going to the Fresno State plant sale, and thought we'd take you along with us. Oh, we getting what are we getting up there?
A couple of heirloom tomatoes, a couple of peppers that I didn't plant, and it seems like one other thing. We'll show you when we get them.
It's gonna be cool. All right, see y'all.
There's a mini rose.
So they have this area all the time inside the cage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What are these little sticks? Great.
All more tomatoes,
So we went and got a plant at the Gibson Farm Market, and supported the Fresno State Ag group. And now we're going back to Riverdale and plant these suckers in the ground today, right?
Hopefully.
Today. First one, grab a bite to eat with Meg and Dan. Meg is behind the camera right now. Dan's over there with this booty in their car. And so we're about to get ran over. Megan behind you. Alright, so we'll see you back on the ranch. Well, we got some worms from Uncle Jim's worm farm. Kind of came a little beat up here. FedEx just dropped them off. I guess worms are pretty tough. Packaging wasn't packaged real great, but okay. Let's see. I hope I'm not cutting the guts out of any of the worms. And what we got? Oh, moist advisory, worm advisory. Alright. You need the instructed amount of hydration. And okay, that's a worm. And I got this
bag of worms, apparently. And some kind of a Gordian knot here. Hang on. I got the knot undone. Let's look inside and see what we have here. Yeah, there's some worms up in there. Thousand red wigglers. Let's go put them in the compost. So the wind was blowing pretty good that day. So from here on out, we're going to be doing some voiceovers. The package said to kind of disturb the ground about 18 inches or so. This is pretty well disturbed when I started, and so I didn't show you that because I thought I was recording, and I wasn't. So here is the after I've kind of turned the compost over and released the worms in there. It's pretty epic. Sorry you missed it. I didn't put all of the worms in this compost pile. I'm going to be putting some in our little bed that I made over by the onions. Yeah, this one right here. So over there's the compost that I just did. I laid a piece of black weed block over the top of it because I didn't have any newspaper to put over it. Instructions again said put some newspaper over it and wet it. So it was plenty wet over there underneath that compost. And this is pretty moist right here. Yeah, look at them all boil out of there. That's a lot of worms. I think Uncle Jim may have miscounted. Of course, I guess it'd be pretty hard counting each and every one of those worms. I only got through about 750 before I gave up. I figured that was enough. Just kidding, I didn't count any of them. There's a bunch of them though. And so I did dig that kind of little pit there. As I was looking at it, I thought maybe they could use some moisture around the sides. I guess they like that stuff, so kind of give it a little drink of water on the outsides, and then later I'll be putting in some compost, some fresh stuff from the house. I'm gonna put that right over there, so you can see they're all wiggling around there real good, and they all came live. I did not see a dead worm in the bag. Worms didn't seem any worse for damage for the little bump that was on the box. So I think that we got 100% live worms. Thought I would check in on Ranchin Rach there on my way back to the house to pick up that compost stuff. We got the plants that we picked up earlier all put in there. I asked her to show me her shirt. We got that back in Oklahoma. We're going to go back and see our Okie homies, our homie Okies, our Okie cousins this summer as well too. Looking forward to that. So anyways, I went back over to the compost with my bucket of stuff we had, kitchen scraps, and looked underneath there, and all those suckers are gone. See one or two of them still kind of hanging out towards the top, but for the most part they have dug in. They're getting to work already. So I figured leave them a little treat here on top. I gave them a nice little selection of things. There's broccoli and coffee grounds, eggshells, onion peels. Looks so good, I'm wondering why we didn't throw it out ourselves. So, anyways, I wanted to cover it up a little bit more. I pinned that tarp down pretty good because it's real windy. Past few days of wind has been really kicking up. This is back at the other wormhole. Yeah, I checked this one whenever I first walked out. I was walking over to the compost pile, and all those worms were gone as well. So, anyways, I wet it down a little bit, then gave them a little bit of coverage because the instructions said to put a piece of newspaper over the top of them, then wet it all down real good. So I just did the best I could. I would also throw in this little shot here. This is just a Lowe's table that we got, and the edges are already always so jagged on there from the cuts. Splinters are bound. Took my flap disc on my grinder and just went to town on the whole thing, and just kind of polished everything up on the ends and got rid of some of the big splinters, and put a little coat of weatherproofing stain on it, and leaving it outside. People come by and tag it all the time. That's just where we're at. Anyways, yeah, it was like $100 for that, and then $20 for the stain, and then I don't know, maybe an hour or two of the sanding and etc. This is a weed eater that I also got from Lowe's probably a month ago, and this is my first real task in the back of the house. There we got a lot of it's just gone crazy. The dogs go back there and bathroom, and there's no place for them to poop. Anyhow, I wanted to show you this. It came with a couple different heads on there. There's these things that kind of look like helicopter blades whenever they're put on there. I thought they were going to be a whole lot tougher than what they were. Of course, you got to get the look right before you go getting out there on the weed eater. Just got after it. This is regular speed. You see how much of the wind is blowing? So, yeah, there is, obviously every time when that thing cuts and it blows the grass up, it goes up against the fence, which was cool. But apparently poop has a different trajectory, and the poop would land right back on me. I ate through this thing pretty quick. Of course, I took down a pretty good sized weed when I did it. Anyways, I wanted to show you how easy this thing swaps out. It's a little Craftsman weed eater, and I don't know what those things are called, but they did an okay job, but they just didn't last very long. On the other hand, just the regular cassette with the weed eater, regular, I think that's 3.0 line on there. That thing did awesome. I took care of the rest of that, and nothing flat. It was covered in guts and dog poop when I was done, though. Here's the plants that we picked up earlier, and we just wanted to give you a little shot of that. Also wanted to welcome home our son from Afghanistan. Good to see him back there with his little family. Had a nice chat with him. When was that? Saturday. We had a nice long chat with him. Got to see them all rolling around on the ground with Dad, and it was great to see the family put back together again. I'm looking forward to little Nora Joy coming and joining us. harvest very soon. So anyways, from the Dirt Ranch, this is
Ranchin Rach.
Farm and Flow. We'll see you next time.